almost time for the lightning round. First, some housekeeping, because when you call and I say I don't know it and I, throw the thing over to the people over to the right there, or I guess to your left. Yeah. I think you say, oh, he's just dodging it. CyberCorp was asked about. CBR by Keith in New York. Strong Europe. Not bad. Weak U.S. Lost momentum last quarter. I like Accenture in that business. Darryl in my home state of Pennsylvania asked about Pacer, P-A-C-R. It's a logistics and intermodal company. That depends on purchase transportation. Aggressive pricing to maintain share. 2 legacy rail contracts expiring 2011, 2013. Nothing there. Nothing there at all. Sell. Even though it's at its 52-week low. So just sorry, but both of those are not investable. And now it is time for the lightning round on Mad Money. What is that? That's rapid fire calls. One after another. You say the name of the stock. I tell you whether to buy or sell it. Just to be clear, I do not know the callers or the stock questions ahead of time. My staff prepares the graphics on the fly. We play to hear the sound. No, this sound is everything. And then the lightning round is over. I hate that. Are you ready, Ski Daddy? It is time for the lightning round on Kramer's Mad Money. Let's start with Steve. In one place we went to IU. It was fun. Steve in Indiana. Steve.
Booyah, Mr. Cramer.
Booyah, Chief. What's shaking?
My dad and I watch your show every night and read all your books.
Oh, man, thank you so much. Hanging in there in top 50 Amazon. Okay, go ahead.
First Cash Financial Services.
I don't know why this stock, I recommended this stock once as a kind of a pawnbroking thing, a check cashing thing. It has been doing very poorly. That makes no sense to me. I think this is really kind of a stock that's going to make its numbers. I think it's a buy here. I'm very surprised it's acted as poor as it has, Steve. I really like it. Let's go to Ted in Oklahoma. Ted.
Hey, booyah to you, Jim.
Oh, there, Chief. What's up?
I've got a question on ISRG. I've got a position in it. Do you think I ought to stay or run?
All right, a very good analyst from Wachovia downgraded the stock the other day, saying that he believes that big hospitals may be reluctant to buy the Da Vinci system because big hospitals are strapped. I thought it was a good call. I think if the stock bounces in any sort of NASDAQ rally that I expect to happen in the next 5 days, because NASDAQ's very oversold, I think it's tremendous. I got to go with this Wachovia guy. I think he's done really good work on it. He convinced me that the top may at last be here on ISRG. Claire in Ohio. Clara.
Oh, booyah, Jim from beautiful Geauga County. How are you?
I didn't know it was that beautiful, but I'm all over it. I'm doing fine. How about you?
Oh, I'm doing wonderful. I'm just so happy to talk to you. We have been fans of yours from day one. And my son, my husband, and my grandson who's 13, who caddies and puts half his money in stock.
This is what I love. Clara, this is what I love to hear.
I know, and we love the books, and I'll tell you, if you can find it in your heart to autograph a book and send it to Austin, he would be crazy about it.
Get that done. Get that done right now.
Okay,
We're all
good.
over that. I'm all over that like a cheap Men's Warehouse suit. Did you see a bad pre-announcement at the close? Okay.
Fabulous. Okay, I'm calling about, I have Key Corp. I've had it for ages, ever since it was Society for Savings. And I'm thinking that they're going to be taken over. What do you think? Should I save it for
My hope was that you would get a takeover there. But I've got to tell you, they, like many other banks, I made a major mistake earlier last year when I suggested that a lot of the banks in America, the regional banks, would be bought. I didn't know that their book of business was deteriorating. That was my bad because I thought the Federal Reserve would wake up. And consequently, I can't recommend Key. I can't recommend Key because I'm afraid the quarter's bad. I know that they've taken some charges. They've already cleaned up some things. But I am very concerned about all of the Ohio-based banks. Nat City, I think, is very troubled. Huntington, I want to be careful. Key's the best of those, though. How about Tom in Pennsylvania? Tom.
Booyah, Jimmy.
Hey, Skip, what's shaking?
Not too much. Jim, what's your take on my core holding, Harsco?
Harsco's one of those companies like Emerson Electric, like Eaton, like Honeywell. I have great faith in it. But a lot of people are selling the great industrial companies. Parker Hannifin, nothing's the matter with that. That thing's come down. We did Air Gas the other day. We did Air Products. All of these companies are doing well. I want to own one of these companies. Now, a lot of these are going down because the Federal Reserve's not cutting. This is the kind of stock Horoscope puts on 10 points the day that the Fed finally wakes up from its Rip Van Winkle-like slumber. By the way, there's two Fed guys I want to mention. Honig from Kansas City and Dick Fisher from Dallas. When the book is written about the collapse of the American financial institutions, let's remember them, two unelected, unconfirmed people who are much more powerful than the Treasury Secretary and the President. They didn't want to cut rates. That's Honig in Kansas City and Fisher in Dallas. They're more powerful than your congressmen, more powerful than your senators, more powerful than your treasurer, a secretary of Treasury, more powerful than the president, and they're unelected. I blame them. Scott in Tennessee. Scott.
Big Jim, how about a boo-boo-boo-boo-yah from East Tennessee, buddy?
Man, I tell you, East Tennessee, I love you. What's on your mind?
PC. Are they still underneath that rock?
Molybdenum is in shorts. Molly. I toasted Molly last night at dinner. I'm not kidding. That's the kind of stupid thing I do because I'm really caught up in the market. I think molybdenum remains in short supply. I'm not backing away from it. I want to back up it. We are not going to be in a worldwide recession. That's like call number 3. How about Diane in Massachusetts? No doubt a Patriots fan. Diane.
Yes.
Diane, I'm jacked up. I'm taking Jack Del Rio against that Belichick fellow. What's up?
I watched your show for the first time yesterday, and I couldn't resist calling and asking about the CEOs that were terminated from the major corporations this week, and wanted to get your opinion on the, relatively recent transition at American International Group, where Hank Greenberg was replaced.
Look, they put in Marty Sullivan. You know, a lot of these things were done by Elliot Spitzer. I don't care. I mean, Elliot Spitzer gave us Chuck Prince at Citigroup. Thanks a lot, Elliot. He gave us Mike Cherkasky at Marsh Mac. Thanks a lot, Elliot. And arguably, they ended up having the fellow who's running AIG now. AIG's a mess. They're very honest people. They're trying to give you the most disclosure. They spent hours trying to disclose, but they have a bad book of business. I don't care who runs that company. I have Warren Buffett to run that company. I don't want to touch it right now. I'm sorry. I wish I weren't feeling like that because I really want to respect AIG and the company Greenberg built. I know that he's no longer going to be agitating, but I don't want to touch it. Let's go to Lita in Georgia. Lita.
Hi, Jim. How are you? I just watched the book today, Stay Mad for Life. I'm really enjoying it.
You're the best. Thank you so much. We got to get the sales a little better. But I'm not willing to go on a radio show to make it happen. Go ahead.
Well, just be positive. Oh, the stock I'm asking is Rite Aid, R-A-D.
She blew it. She's honest as the day is long, but she blew it. Just blew it. I bought some CVS today, Charlie Victor Sam, for my ActionAlertsPlus.com charitable trust. Why? Because I actually think that they're doing a pincer move against her, Walgreens and CVS. Cutting prices drive her out of business. I don't mean to personalize it too much. I'm talking about Mary Sammons. But Rite Aid, we're waiting for 2 good quarters. We get 2 good quarters, then maybe I'll stick with Mary Sammons. Right now, I only want to stick with Cramer.